Hey guys, Miles from Yandas Music. This is my friend
Mike from Yandas Music. How you doing?
We just got the joy of playing a bunch of very nice PRS guitars. Today we are comparing the S2 line to the CE line. Stay tuned, make sure that you like and subscribe and click that bell icon so that you're notified when we have more videos come out. Let's get right into it. So Mike, what guitar are you holding right there?
This would be the single cut, as you can see, in green.
That is the Ezra Verde. Yeah.
Green. Yeah, anyway,
Sounds like you need some salsa to go with that.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm always been kind of a single cut fan myself, personally. So I like it. These S2s are made in the US of A. And you know, there's no compromise, definitely in craftsmanship on these guitars. They're awesome. They feel great, set up great, right out of the box.
Absolutely.
I like the bevel, in the front and the back, so they're very comfortable to play and hold. And like this one in particular is not that heavy, really.
Right.
Compared to a Les Paul.
And I've got the double cut version of what you've got. This is the McCarty as well in the double cut. So I've got quite a shoulder injury, and so having this bevel is really nice for me. I like the bevel. I mean, I love PRS's archtop guitars, but this is just super comfortable for me.
Yeah.
So if I am gonna add a PRS to my arsenal, it might honestly be an S2 just because of the bevel.
Yeah.
I think the S2s get overlooked sometimes.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
I completely agree. They honestly shouldn't. They are killer guitars. I have the Fire Red Burst. Again, you have the Ezra Verde.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the controls for a second.
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely a versatile guitar. You could do every style. You could do if you're in a variety type situation musically, this is going to cover all your bags musically, from hard rock to funk. Because we have the coil taps here for the pickups. Are they coil taps? Is that what they're called?
Coil splits.
All right.
Yeah, we'll have a whole video on what a coil tap versus a coil split is. We're not gonna
whole other video right there.
We're not gonna talk about that in today's video, but they're coil splits. So the way that this wiring is a lot like traditional Les Paul wiring, that you have volume and tone for each pickup. So 2 volumes, 2 tones, and then you have 2 coil splits. So your tone pots are push-pulls that are going to split each individual coil. Yeah. So we'll talk in a minute about the CE24 and the S224s, that they have a single volume, single tone, and they have push-pull as well.
Yeah.
So your push-pull is going to be global. The thing I like about this is I can have my neck coil tapped, and I can have my bridge in the full humbucker position, and I can go back and forth between a single and a hum.
Yeah, individual options for doing that. So in the context of a song, you may need to do that. You just never know.
Right. I actually get, I think it's one more tone option this way versus having the 3-way switch and the shared. Yeah. So it gives you one more option than it being shared.
Yeah. Let's listen, shall we?
Go ahead.
So here's bridge pickup. Bridge pickup. Get my tongue going. That's the full humbucker right there. Double split. Sweaty. Got spanky, see? So we go to the middle, pull out the other one. thins out beautifully. Sounds great.
That's been a complaint I've had about a lot of other manufacturers, that when you coil tap a humbucker, you don't get a big difference. And so hearing that, that's excellent that there's a big difference between the split and the full humbucker. Some humbuckers, it's not always worth splitting
Yeah.
the humbucker because it doesn't always affect the tone enough. So on the McCartys, you get the two-piece bridge instead of the tremolo system. That's one of the big differences. And the scale length is slightly different on the McCarty. The McCarty scale length is the 24.594 instead of on the custom 24s, they are the 25 scale length, which the 25 scale length falls right in between a Les Paul and the Gibson scale length. Ugh.
Yeah.
The Les Paul and a Strat scale length. I'll get it right.
So this might factor in, if you're getting one of these for the first time, as to what gauge strings you would want to use. You know, what you've typically used may not, always feel right to you. You just have to determine that, when you string it up.
From the factory, they come with 1046s.
Okay.
Set them in standard tuning. And the other really cool thing that PRS is just known for is that bird inlay. That it used to be when they first came out that the birds were just, oh, why would you have birds? And now they've just become normal.
Yeah, everybody wants them.
As soon as you see birds, you know it's PRS. They're wanted. There used to be the option that you could get dot inlays, and people wouldn't even think about putting dots on a PRS guitar now.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're back. We swapped guitars, and I now have a CE24 in McCarty Tobacco Burst. Man, this is one of my favorite sunbursts probably on the planet. Just PRS gets it right. They really do. Now, I'll be honest, I am not a real big sunburst guy, but I would own this one. This is one sunburst that I would legitimately have on my wall at home. And then Mike has the SE, sorry, excuse me, that's not correct. The S2 24. His is in the fire red burst. And this allows us to talk a little bit about the differences between the two guitars. The biggest one is obviously the shape. The silhouette's the same, but you get the bevel, where mine is the arch top.
Yeah, there's a difference in it. That's definitely a vintage looking, the PRS, the one that everybody is used to seeing going back to the 80s, that body style.
Absolutely. This is just a lot, really reminiscent to his custom design that he originally built.
Yep.
The real big difference between the CE and the core is bolt-on. The CE
is bolt-on.
Sorry, I got that backwards. The CE is bolt-on. The core is neck through.
Yeah. That doesn't matter to a lot of people, and it certainly wouldn't matter to me. But
I mean, everybody says that it affects sustain. I don't know if I have a big enough ear to hear that, especially when you're in a band situation and you're in a mix, you're playing through pedals. I feel like a compressor and an overdrive are going to affect your sustain more than whether it's bolted on or not.
Yeah, there's a lot of other factors into that one, and you can feel it if you're playing back there, but it's just not a deal breaker for a lot of guys. So they are a little less money than a core.
Absolutely.
Because of that, but nonetheless.
And they're still really pretty.
Cool guitar, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful
I'm
guitar.
a red fan, so I like the red. These are also, we have the pickup selection here. This affects both pickups.
Yes. Same on the CE. You have the push-pull.
Yeah, so. Quite a difference. Yep. So you're going to get a lot of variation. Anyway, I love it.
I'm noticing on yours that you have a blade for the pickup selector where I have.
Right.
Is your blade still a 3-way blade?
It is, yeah.
Okay, so it's the same setup, it's just you're given a blade versus a 3-way selector toggle switch.
Yeah.
Both have locking tuners. They lock on the top.
Mm-hmm.
Pickups are very similar. They're the 8515 PRS proprietary pickups. Difference on the S2 series is they're modeled after the 8515, but in the spec sheet they're called an 8515S. So they're specific to the S2. They're not identical to this. You'll even see that the bobbin isn't exactly the same.
Okay. Slight difference.
Yes.
With what
So
doing.
they're meant to sound and play just like the S2, just like the CE and the cores. Now, the CE has the same pickup as the core does. The S2 is just slightly different. In the spec sheets, I'm not told exactly what's different. It's obvious that they're to be a little bit more economical, but
Yeah.
Paul's whole design on the S2 is to get you the best guitar at a little bit more affordable price.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do a great job at that.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I don't feel like, you just don't feel like they're cutting corners when you hold any of these S2s. At least I don't. They're great. And you can compare them to other brand of guitars, and then you'll really see, I think, within the PRS family, there's just a high level of craftsmanship and all that. But if you compare them to other guitars, other brands, that's when you can really notice that they're doing something right at PRS.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I would not be bummed at all if you wanted to buy that S2 for me right now, Mike.
All right. Let's put it on my tab.
I think that's all we have for you guys today. Make sure that you like and subscribe, and we're going to have many more videos for you. Mike's going to do tone lounge videos of all these guitars where he just plays through them so you can get a good listen to each and every one of these guitars without us jabbering away at you. So make sure that you stay tuned for those. Thank you so much for joining us today. Take it easy, guys.
Thanks, y'all.